Part 1. Excerpt from Neptune's Hands, The True Story of the Unsolved Brighton Falls Slayings, by Martha S. Paquette. The year was 1985. Madonna's Like a Virgin was pumping out of every boombox. Kids were lined up to see Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future. And in the sleepy little suburb of Brighton Falls, Connecticut, Neptune was killing women. Brighton Falls, northwest of Hartford and just south of the airport, was a farming community that had quickly given way to suburbia. The men who worked in the insurance high-rises in Hartford moved their families to places like Brighton Falls, safe little bedroom communities with good schools, no crime, and fresh air. Along Main Street were the most prominent shops: Luke's Donuts, Wright's Pharmacy, Ferraro's Family Market, Parsons Hardware, and the Duchess Bar and Grill. Tucked behind these shops, on the cross streets, were the gray granite police and fire station, a doll shop, Joanne's House of Nuts, a cheese shop, 2 bookstores, one that specialized in used romances, 3 churches, Talbot's, the carriage shop Fine Furnishings, Carvel Ice Cream, Barston's Dry Cleaning, and the End of the Leash Pet Shop. Most of Brighton Falls itself was idyllic, but after you crossed the river, left the waterfall and old mills turned into condos behind, as you drove north on Airport Road, past the tented tobacco fields and leaning barns, the road turned from 2 lanes into 4. Here were the strip malls, boarded-up factories, vacant lots, fast food restaurants, motels where you could pay by the week or the hour, X-rated movie houses, used car dealers, and bars. This was what the insurance executives considered no man's land, an area they carefully avoided on weekend outings in the station wagon. Here, the noise and chaos of the large airport had spilled over and was reaching dangerously toward suburbia. Other than the occasional drunk and disorderly arrest at one of the bars on Airport Road, the biggest crime the police had to deal with in recent years had been the time the mayor's son drank too much at graduation, ran a red light, and led the police on an across-town chase that ended when he drove his Mercedes into the country club swimming pool. There hadn't been a murder since 1946. And that had been a clear-cut case of a man shooting his brother after catching him in bed with his wife. There was nothing clear-cut about the Neptune killings. His victims appeared to have nothing in common: an accountant with 2 kids, a waitress who worked the swing shift at the Silver Spoon Diner, a film student from Wesleyan University, an ex-model turned barfly. The police were dumbfounded. In the end, everyone, the police, families of the victims, and citizens of Brighton Falls, were left with more questions than answers. Why did Neptune cut off the right hands of his victims? Why keep them alive for 4 days after leaving the hands in milk cartons on the steps of the police station? And what was different about his last victim, the glamorous has-been Vera Dufresne? Why is it that her body was never found? And perhaps the biggest question of all, was he just a drifter passing through, or is he out there still, living among them? What made him stop? And, the people of Brighton Falls wonder each night as they lock their doors, will he one day kill again?